I kind of disappeared there for a while, didn't I? But I didn't stop wanting to create and be in AnyWorldButOurs. This video releases on my 35th birthday, March the 30th, 2026, marking the very genesis, the absolute start of building something new from zero. For a nerd, which I know a lot of you guys who was here from previously are, or just someone who loves fantasy, sci-fi, movies, or collecting, as you can see I do, or just owning your passions, this is going to be your new home. My name's Luke, the creator of AnyWorldButOurs. I'm a UK-based fantasy nerd, content creator and aspiring author / world builder. This channel used to be a mix of Star Wars reactions, reviews, deep dives, other worlds like Star Wars, gaming streams, kind of whatever caught my eye really in terms of nerd. I'm back now because I'm embracing my nerd self once more. My collections, my inspirations, my creative fire is back, and the reason AnyWorldButOurs exists in the first place is because of my creative spark. One of the reasons I stepped back was life was changing very fast. I explained to everyone at the time, I did some videos on it. I sold my apartment, I moved house, I planned on moving abroad to Spain, I had my visa sorted and everything. But as fate would have it, I met my soulmate whilst working in Albania at a music festival on the Albanian Riviera. It was sensational. She made me feel safe to be in my passions again, be able to choose what I wanted to create in life without judgment, without shame, without embarrassment. Before that, I'd been feeling creatively empty. I'd lost the spark, I was kind of just doing videos for video's sake and stuff like that. And I put my nerdy side on pause whilst going through the move and everything like that. But this relationship's reignited everything. I feel alive, ready to create without apology. I realise embracing my inner nerd, loving Star Wars, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Z, The Walking Dead, anime, movies, shows, all of it, it's not just okay, it's essential in me being me. That self-acceptance of being a nerd is heart of this channel's comeback. So I paused to start fresh at the two beginning, with no preconceived world in terms of my world building, just, the raw creative process and potential. AnyWorldButOurs is now the home for us nerd fans to get creative, share what inspires us, celebrate our collections, and prove that being a nerd is a big part of us, and it's great. At the core of this channel, in terms of my creative process, you get to see it from the very beginning, the drawings of the world building itself, the writing, the deep dives into what inspires me. The Game of Thrones is the Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, Lost, The Walking Dead, like the raw world building process of what within these worlds, these specific worlds, I want to kind of pull and create from, if that makes sense. The deep dives into these videos, breaking down what makes these worlds tick, and also, I just want to, showcase our collections and stuff like that as well, because this is why it's all worth it, I don't want this to just be a documentary of my creativity. I want everyone to get inspired and connect over what makes us nerds and why it makes life great. As I said earlier, this reintroduction video drops on March the 30th, my 35th birthday. The next video, the beginning, will be the very first spark of the world I want to create. I say the world, I want to create multiple worlds, but you have to start somewhere, don't you? Nothing's built yet, so it's going to be the core concept. We're going to start from the very beginning, so we can start with like the geography, the maps, the characters, the stories. If there's going to be magic, we've got to capture every single step on this creative process. So expect creative process videos, drawings, map drawings, the paintings, deep dives into factions from other worlds for inspiration, what within nerd culture itself can inspire us. If there is interest, I did mention in my first intro video many years ago, because I want to read more, introduce a book club for fantasy sci-fi novels for further inspiration, so I can dive even deeper and see how this will help me in my own creative process with writing or world building itself. The live streams that we used to do, Escaping Reality and Back to the Movies, they'll be returning too, just for fun, the community chats, the element of the reviews, I can still tie that in to my creative process, but still have fun with everybody as well. And on my 40th birthday, in 5 years, I'll revisit this exact video to reflect on the progress that's been made. If enough of progress has been made, maybe we'll do yearly reviews, if we hit big strides. But, I did used to do a lot of gaming streams on this channel as well. I have now created a separate gaming channel, which is AnyWorldButOurs Gaming, which is going to be... I'm just going to play games with the boys and stuff like that on there. But it's also going to tie in because I can gain inspiration from these worlds as well. that are going to further fuel my creative process. In the past, this channel thrived when you guys were part of the process in terms of the reactions, the reviews, the live streams. So that's how this channel will thrive again when you are part of the process. So, you know, in the comments, share one thing from, I don't know, Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, The Walking Dead, your own nerd life that inspires you, whether it be a faction, a plot twist, a collection piece, that part of your collection that you love so much that you couldn't be without, you know. Or if you do want to start the bot club, let me know in the comments below and we can get one going. Because, you know, down the line, once the world's foundation is set that I will be building, I want you guys to share ideas that can spark directions, whether it be minor inputs on names or places, or, you know, I want you to be part of the creative process, but the main creative decisions, obviously, they'll stay with me. This is my process, and you're going to get the front row seat. If anything I've said in this video, this reintroduction video, has resonated with you at all, or if only in your own nerd passions, or you want to find your nerd self again and get involved and watch kind of creativity from the very beginning, and it sounds like something you're interested in, do hit subscribe. You know, you won't want to miss the entire process. Even if it doesn't work out and I don't manage to create anything worthwhile, you know, it's going to be fun regardless, just trying, you know, starting from the very beginning to create something, and hopefully we'll see what happens. Welcome back to AnyWorldButOurs. Let's embrace our nerd life and our inner nerd selves, and let's create without limits.